Press Start Video Games. Hey, what's happening? Welcome to this episode of Press Start TV. My name's Will. With me always is Nine.
Hey.
You got Gage here.
Hi.
And of course Sam.
Hey.
So this episode we're going to get into some Microsoft stuff. Let's talk Halo 5 first. This was just announced that Halo 5 is going to be released in 2015. I think some people were set up to, or hopeful that it was going to release in 2014, but they officially said, hey, we're going to take a little time, make sure we get it right. And this is like, you know, the Mario for Microsoft. This is like their big time title. 343 is producing again. From what I hear, it's going to be running 60 frames per second. That's going to be a big deal. It's going to look beautiful. I mean, this game's going to be huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are going to be excited about it. What do they need to do different for the series?
Get away from the Promethean stuff. It ruined Halo 4 for me.
Yeah,
Promethean
the Forerunners?
Yeah, no, just the Promethean Knights. They were the most aggravatingly boring enemy in the world.
Huh.
You have to unload like 5 clips just to kill one.
That's not true.
It is true.
Okay.
Play Legendary.
I did play Legendary, I got it.
Sure.
You want to check my achievements?
No.
Check them.
I don't have...
Check.
I beat them.
Check his
I beat him.
achievements.
Anyway. I'm glad that it's coming out in 2015, so we don't have like a bunch of Halos back to back, and we kind of like lose the lore of Halo, because it's still unique, it's still a fun shooter, it's still got a great story. But we were told our Halo adventure would start in 2014. So it gets you thinking,
Yeah.
That
What's
the
in
next
store for this
generation
year?
would be Halo 5.
Well, one of the things they were talking about was they wanted to make sure that they transitioned to the next gen console in the right way. So I think, you know, I'm always
they
a
already
fan.
didn't do that.
I mean, for the Halo series.
Right.
But I think that I'm always a fan of taking the right amount of time to produce a quality product.
Oh yeah, we don't want another Battlefield 4 fiasco.
But then you get into the old the release date joke, what it seems nowadays for a video game industry. They always say, hey, it's going to come out here, and then, you know, we have a BioShock Infinite where you just keep getting pushed back.
That's
yeah,
why I
but it
like
turned out
Valve's
well.
approach. It's ready when it's ready, and we'll tell you when it's ready.
That's the way to do it. Instead of
Don't
saying,
keep leading people on.
yeah, don't build my excitement. Don't tell me it's going to come out in 2013. No, 14. No, you know what I mean? Just tell me it's going to come out here. We're going to make sure you have a great product once it comes out.
Great.
That kind of thing. So, I think you know, Microsoft obviously, you know, they're going to be moving consoles, have some things to build up. But is this a console mover where people are going to wait for this particular game?
I know a lot of people that are waiting for the next Halo to buy an Xbox One.
Yeah.
They won't buy it before Halo comes out.
I mean, I can honestly say I did not buy an Xbox until Halo was out.
Really?
Like, that was the reason I bought an Xbox.
I bought my Xbox for Halo 2, so I missed the
So
first
this
one.
is yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a console mover. I mean, this
yeah.
is a game that's. So I mean, what do we know about the game so far? It came out. They
Announced it this week.
Yeah, they've put out some concept art.
It's actually the box cover.
Yeah, but there's
That's
concept
what-
art with it. With
Oh, I didn't see. Oh, yeah,
Scenery.
the one little city
Like a
thing.
cave or something.
Yeah. But
He was out in the desert.
Yeah.
one of the guys from 343 tweeted that the guy on the box art cover is a new Spartan.
New Spartan.
He is not Palmer.
There's a lot
He
of-
is not
not
any of the
Cortana.
past. It's not Cortana.
A lot of people thought it's
It's a totally new
Cortana somehow.
Spartan.
Ooh, does Cortana make reemerge in this? I
The
wonder.
way they
has
made
to.
it seem at the end
It
of
has to.
Thanks for
the way they made it seem at the end, it's a possibility of Halo 4.
The teaser trailer at E3 last year made it seem like Cortana's still going to have some big part of this.
Some
'cause
relevance. I mean,
she's like
for me,
the-
it's not Halo without Chief and Cortana.
It's almost like the story. There's no story without Cortana. You have to have
It's
Cortana
not,
to
because
have
she's the driving
everything.
factor
She's
from
the
Chief.
constant.
Right.
Well, you know, one thing that they also announced is along that same time frame, I think they're going to be releasing a Halo TV series that Steven Spielberg's going to be producing. And you know, this is probably a good move by Microsoft. I think you're going to generate a lot of excitement during this time frame next
There's
year.
gonna be a lot of Halo next year.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
And
Next year is
possibly
gonna be the year
pulling
of
some
Chief.
new, you know,
New people, new
new
viewers.
people,
New,
you know, they get hooked on the show,
Yeah.
and then they're like, well, hey, why don't I play this game?
Yeah, it's a great idea. I think
Right.
it's a great idea, especially if they do it right. It'll be interesting to see, does the game follow the show? Is it like a side thing? I wonder how they're going to do that. That's going to be interesting to see how it plays out.
I think you might see between 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Like what happened in the time frame between that, because the teaser, he's out in the desert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Halo
all you
4
see.
didn't give me a feeling like,
That's
oh, he's
all you
gonna be out
really
in the
see.
desert next time we see him.
Yeah.
You're right. So in other Microsoft news, they recently announced that they're going to drop the Kinect from the Xbox One. They're going to be a Kinectless Xbox One out there. Is this specifically to match the price point set by Sony, or is it just they want to move? Just they're hearing the people complain and they want the this
I
type
think it's a brilliant move.
yeah
Brilliant. It's going to move consoles. I mean, who wants to be watched your entire life?
Unplug it.
And, well,
it.
but see, at first they said you had to have it plugged in to use it, and that's what
Yeah,
threw
they
a
took
lot
it
of
back.
people off.
Yeah, you're
Whatever.
Threw me off. I didn't
I
want it
was
plugged
never
in.
worried about the Kinect.
I don't want to use it at all.
The Kinect 2.0.
This
awesome.
This
Great.
is what I've been
Give it a
waiting
chance.
for, because I don't use my Kinect for my first Xbox, except maybe once. In a
No one
blue
uses
moon.
that Kinect because you can't use it.
Well, and there's been a lot of complaints about the Kinect 2.0 too.
2.0 is great.
For you,
I think the giving the consumer the option is the smartest thing
that's
to
the
do.
key. That
Because
is the key.
I'm sure. I mean, they're going to produce a lot of great games for specifically just for the Kinect, and enhance other games at that. But still, making sure that people don't have to have it is a good idea. But they also announced some other things recently. Microsoft with their online with Xbox Live.
Well, yeah, they're removing the paywall for stuff like Netflix and Hulu and Amazon, which is brilliant. There's no reason
it's
they
not.
should have
It's
been.
not brilliant. It's just
It is
mandatory.
brilliant.
It should be a thing.
Common sense.
It shouldn't
It's-
have been a thing to begin with, where you had to
I
pay
agree,
for one.
and
to
that's
get
why
it.
this is a brilliant move, because
That
there
is
should be
brilliant.
no need to have to double dip on Netflix just because I need to have Xbox Live going.
Yeah.
I can't watch Netflix in my living room now.
Just common sense.
It makes no sense that they would have it behind two paywalls.
Well, now they don't. So,
Well,
God.
no,
Yeah.
in a few weeks they won't.
Right. Wait for June. June's gonna be a big
June's
month for
update.
everybody.
Hey, everybody.
So yeah, I mean, it just seems like the logical thing to do. Not to, like you said, make people double dip, but I'm sure it'll make people that are already on Xbox Live even happier with their subscription.
Yeah.
Feel like they're getting more for their membership now, and that kind of
Well.
thing. And I think with PlayStation and Microsoft now having a similar structure online, as far as their subscription goes, there are going to be a lot of similarities there to compete.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll have more for you right when we get back. Hey, welcome back. So let's talk about some music games, rhythm games.
All right then.
When Guitar Hero first came out, this was like it blew the genre away. I mean, people were so excited about this, and then all of a sudden, Guitar Hero 2 came out, and then it just like snowballed. I mean, it was like tournaments everywhere. They were freaking TV shows were doing it. It was just like this thing became so massive, and then it was like, well, other publishers were thinking, well, what can we do to keep moving this forward? Rock Band comes out, then we got Band Hero, then we got DJ Hero, then we got
You got Rocksmith.
Rocksmith.
There's just other companies going, we should do
We should get into this. So this is just a huge series. I mean, but lately it seems like it's kind of died down a little bit. I think that they started getting rid of some of the peripherals. What happened?
They had oversaturated the market way too quickly.
Yeah.
And gave a lot of
Yeah.
freedom to like just other bands like, hey, we want one of these games. We're Van Halen. Put us on a game.
Yeah, sure.
And you can't get rid of the stupid thing because there's too many of them.
Yep.
Way too many.
It's like the popular song comes out on the radio, they play it everywhere,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden everybody's sick of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't want to sit there and play it on guitar because you start to hate it because your finger's broken or something, and it's just too much. So it goes away.
Broken.
Did you get into music games at all, Sam?
I did, actually. I actually had Rock Band for a while. It was one of those things. I never played it in a party, though. It was always just me sitting in my basement playing.
Well, see,
It's
I
a
haven't
little
played it because I
stressful.
played it at a party.
Oh yeah, so it's a little stressful to
Yeah.
like sing in front of other
Yeah,
people.
I'm like, nobody
Oh, I
can
don't
see
mind that. Get a few drinks in me and I'll sing all night long.
Okay.
Well, I know
Hold
at
you to that.
PAX, it was still really big. They had it
Yep.
in each corner. It was still, everybody's lining up to play Rock Band, and they broadcasted that all across the floor.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the base is still there. I just think they need to update the software.
Yeah.
You know.
So do those kind of games come back now? Are we looking at maybe next gen?
I think we're
Band
looking in
or-
a new direction.
Sure.
Like, not just like, here's music, let's play music. It's, here's music, let's build a story with music.
Yeah, but music's music appeals to so many different people for so many different reasons,
Right.
which is why you come out with the DJ Hero, because somebody might not want to rock out. You know, they have
Right.
the country not Matt Packs,
Country that packs from Rock Band.
track packs. the metal track packs and these kinds of things to appeal to everybody who has their own specific taste in music.
Yeah, but you just got to change the game somehow, which
Yeah.
Disney's Fantasia is doing
Yes.
pretty well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Incorporating different melodies and rhythms of just different instruments as a whole into a song that's already incredibly popular.
Now this is a hands-free type of game, right?
Well, your hands are there.
I mean,
But there's no controller for it. It's a Connect-only
It's a
based
hands-on
item.
game because it's just your hands. So it's like this the whole way through, and then you're sliding things in, and like
more
let's
like
put a jazz
composing.
melody in. So We Will Rock You for some reason.
yeah.
You got to make it different.
Well, another game that also brought in the new game that just came out, and I can't remember what its name is. Rayman.
Yeah, Rayman.
Rayman.
Oh,
That
yeah.
actually had music levels.
Right.
Right.
Mhm.
You had to follow the music in order to win the.
Rayman has a lot
Keep the
more
rhythm.
to offer to bring to the table. I love the integration of that, but specifically, if I'm going to spend money on a music game, one, I want to be into it. I do want something creative. I think it's going to be interesting to see how people take on like a game like Fantasia, where I think that you can change the song as a whole, as you know it. That's kind of creative. I like the idea. But, with the Rock Band and the Guitar Hero stuff, I heard at one point they were actually destroying some of these peripherals because it was getting a little out of control.
What about you can't put that stuff everywhere? My closet's only so big.
Yeah, I have a cabinet in my house under my TV that has my drums, my 2 guitars, and everything else that goes with it, and it sits there. Right, that's all I do.
I'm excited for Fantasia, but the thing I'm afraid about is if I start a new song, like a popular song, and change it somehow, like put jazz or like a metal rock
You're
song.
gonna love it.
I'm gonna love it.
Yeah.
I'll never be able to hear it again.
Yeah.
I'm losing that song forever. If I could download it afterwards, it would be solid.
That would actually be a really good feature.
Copyright, that's mine.
Yeah.
Come see me.
Do they go back to Guitar Hero, back to the guitars? I mean, do you release another one of those games? What's going on?
I think you do, but I think Harmonix is working on something else right now.
They
Correct?
are working on something I think looks really cool. It's called Chroma, and it's a first-person shooter based around music and rhythm. You get
Sounds
How
terrifying.
do you do that?
that's the question, and I think they're in the right direction. I don't think they've quite nailed it down yet, but you have to shoot your bullets and reload to the rhythm of the music. You get bonus points if you're on tempo with the song in the background. So it's going to make bosses harder.
I can't picture it. I'm trying to picture it in my head, and I just can't get there.
It's really cool. I wish there was a better way to explain it.
I mean, it sounds I love creativity.
It's a great new take
What
on
kind of,
both
does it use like
genres.
does it use like songs that they've made that are just like original composers, or does it use like popular songs like Guitar Hero? or
it's a
something?
little bit of
Do I
both.
shoot people to Katy Perry?
Yeah.
What are we looking
That
at?
would be
Yeah.
awesome. That would be amazing. But at the moment, I think it's strictly house music.
Okay,
I believe it's just house music. There
like that
is-
techno kind of feel.
Yeah, kind of, because it's a more noticeable rhythm.
Sure.
Because metal songs, it's kind of hard to.
So if you don't have a song going and you can't
pull the
find
trigger,
it,
nothing happens.
So when you reload, is a new song starting?
That would be cool. There's not a
When
lot
your
of
song ends, you
There's
can't
not a
shoot
lot
it
of
behind.
information on it right now. It's just their direction on
Right.
the first-person shooter with a rhythm.
So it's like a laser light show concert. With
Pretty much.
but
But with bullets.
you actually
I
shooting.
have this
your
image in
friends.
my head of a guy running up to another guy on multiplayer, and he doesn't have a song. And he's standing there like
Like skipping his iPod, like, come on, where's something
the
good?
guy's like
Where's it at?
doesn't have anything to go
I need a
with.
really exciting song that has a lot of rhythm, so I can get a lot of bullets out here.
Well, I mean, what happens if you're trying to play this in your significant other is sleeping in bed?
They're going to
Yeah.
be really upset.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Don't know about you, but I always played Rock Band cranked to 11.
Yeah, man. That's the way to do it.
That's why my kid can sleep through anything now.
Yeah. What was your go-to Rock Band song?
Carry On My Wayward Son.
Really?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's a good song. That's a good song.
It's a great song.
After it was on Guitar Hero, it's just done with it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, like you said, they had they had Green Day, the Beatles, Van Halen, Aerosmith.
Metallica.
Everybody had
Everybody
all the
had
major
their-
bands had like their own version.
Yeah, and then you're like buying CDs for Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
But then you have to sit there and play it, and it's
I think if you go back to those bands and those songs and everything, then you've got to do something new, something creative, because I don't think the genre should go anywhere.
Right.
I think they should continue forward.
I'm hoping
Just to-
Fantasia can
Yeah,
bring that back.
Take
to
it back.
life.
Okay, we'll have more for you when we get back. Hey, all right, welcome back. So we're going to talk about specifically some Ubisoft. Let's dive right into it. A lot of big things happening. First of all, I love Ubisoft as a company. I think that when they put out a product, it's a pretty big title. They're
Consistently killing it.
they're just getting it right. I think we were talking earlier. I think when Assassin's Creed first came out, I was like, man, this is a great game and a great setting that a lot of people are interested in, and they produced it right. And now look, they spawned like this huge thing. I think they've got that in Watch Dogs. What do you guys think?
But they always talked about a little while ago when they want to make new franchises, not new titles.
Right.
So you're looking at a long life cycle for something like Watch Dogs.
Don't just put out a game.
Right. You put out one, a couple years later you put out the second.
Right.
Make a series.
Yeah. And we'll see
Build that base.
Yeah.
And then you can see that you can probably get that with Watch Dogs because you just move it to a different city, new characters, or something easy like that.
Or even keep the same character and
Yeah,
just
move
have
them to another city.
exiled to another city or something.
Which maybe could happen in the end of Watch Dogs. I don't know
Right.
yet. Or like something like The Crew coming out where it's US based, you can move it to Europe.
The Crew takes place the whole country, doesn't it?
Yeah, US. Yeah, but you
the
can
whole
move
US.
it to overseas.
But
somewhere.
okay, I see.
So there's your franchise for that. And then of course Assassin's Creed's kicking,
I
along.
mean, it's just an amazing.
Rayman's doing awesome.
What about? I heard that they're going to push back the Division.
Yeah, that was the rumor.
That makes me sad.
Yeah, well, it sucks, but
But is this a game on the same caliber as Assassin's Creed or Watch Dogs?
I fully believe so.
You do?
I think it's going to outlive Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs.
yeah,
You do.
I do, because it's built on a brand new engine, which is gorgeous, and they've even came out and said that they want a long life cycle just out of the first game, the Division.
Yeah.
They want to put out new DLC that is not just 3 missions and you're done. They want to do like whole,
expansive.
like full game expansions, like WoW.
yeah, something like
They want
that.
to make it huge.
So this game's 2015. I guess?
Yeah,
Yeah, it got pushed back from fall of this year to supposedly Q1, Q2 next year.
Hoping quarter 1.
Hoping Q1.
But,
I
bigger
would be
cake and
grateful if it was Q1.
We'll be playing Destiny maybe, or Watch Dogs still. Which
Or Watch Dogs.
The
yeah.
mini games that just came out about that are freaking sweet.
There's like, I've never
There's
seen
like
so many mini games
10,
in a
15
game.
of them. It's.
There's a
I've
lot
never
to
seen
do.
so many different types of mini games.
And it's not just a little mini game where you just sit down and play poker. No, it involves the entire encompassing screen. You have Pac-Man in there.
Yeah.
I'm serious. They have a virtual Pac-Man. They have a Chicago Turns into Hell kind of thing where you run over demons and stuff with your car. Alien Invaders.
Where you just the cell phone game.
Then they do have the smaller mini games like chess, where you just sit down and play a game of chess.
I love that.
As you do.
I
It-
absolutely love that.
awesome.
It's a great way of getting a break from the game, but yet still playing the game. Like you're
Right,
getting
still
money,
working towards something.
and you're still doing part of the game, but yet you can say, I'm tired of shooting people or whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit
I want to
down,
run around as a giant spider.
or
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
I want to
Spider
relive
King.
Wild Wild West.
or
Yeah.
I want to sit down and play some poker. And you can play poker with your friends. And,
Some of the games that have released those types of things, I find myself, I'll get into that. I'll like stop my campaign, stop my side, and just keep
That's
going.
got to be the other 60 hours they were talking
Yeah,
about, right?
exactly.
Like, the developers are just like,
40-hour game.
I don't even
story.
want to test the bugs late into the end game
60
stuff. I
hours
want to go
of-
run around as a spider. I want to run over demons. I'm just shooting aliens. That's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm going to play chess for
Yeah.
95 hours.
Right.
There's the achievement. Gotta get those achievements.
Ubisoft. So another game that they're going to release, of course, is a very popular series of ours. Again, just another installment into a great series, Far Cry. Far Cry is going to be big.
Far Cry 4 is going to be awesome.
Far Cry 3 was amazing. I thought, the thing with the Far Cry series is if you look back at 1, I mean, they made leaps and bounds with the...
Well, and the types of stories they've told, too. Far Cry 1 was a totally different type of story from Far Cry 2 and Far Cry 3. And I think they're going to change it just as much again.
I didn't think it was the greatest game for the first one. I didn't think it was the
first
greatest
one was
game.
good.
It was okay.
The second one
So-so.
went downhill.
Downhill.
Like way downhill.
See,
it was just
I-
a standard first-person shooter.
The
Far
third
Cry 3.
Far
was
Cry 3
amazing.
was a
Amazing.
mind-blowing
Oh, great.
experience.
I actually picked up Far Cry 3. Never thought I'd pick it up.
Ah,
And
so
I-
good.
This is how
Diane
you
and I were
keep the
talking
gamer
about it.
interested. You have a good plot. They got it right. But
Absolutely.
it's like they had to make that decision, though. This is a franchise series. We're going to keep producing it.
Let's
right?
fix
They're
it
not
and
gonna
get it
give
right
up-
this time.
Don't give up on it. The multiplayer in Far Cry 3, was that as big as what they were hoping for? or-
No.
No, I think
Did
that
you
the
play
Far
it?
Cry series is...
I played it a little bit. It was okay. I mean, I definitely didn't
was
spend as
too
much time on
cookie-cutter.
it as I did like a Call of Duty. Or
Didn't like it.
It was too cookie cutter for me.
Yeah.
It felt too generic. And
They just kind of threw it in there.
But they talked about in Far Cry 4 they want to expand on that,
The
make it
multiplayer.
better, and make it something people want
I
to get
think
into.
making co-op would be a good idea for Far Cry.
They had co-op in Far Cry 3, but it wasn't like...
It wasn't the kind of co-op where you could just start the whole game and just run through the whole game.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It was a like side shoot kind of side mission kind of thing. It was interesting, but not like...
I want to be able to play through the whole story with my buddies, because that, to me...
I love that experience.
Makes the whole
And I feel
experience
like they set
completely
that
different.
up. They set that up kind of in Far Cry 3, where you could have done it because you're like saving your friends all the time,
Right.
which would have been like, there you go, there's your
Save
in.
my friend.
Yeah, and he comes along.
But if I'm a publisher, I think that's the recipe. You have a great campaign that you could choose to play by yourself.
Right.
If you want to get somebody else into it, you can. And then you can go online and play multiplayer. That seems like a good recipe for success, because you're appealing to everybody. If I just want to sit at home, play the game by myself, that's what I want to do. If I want to we should do this together, it's going to be a lot of fun, I can do that. And then, of course, you got a good online experience in your multiplayer.
Absolutely.
I think that's the way to do it. And it looks pretty promising so far. If they can produce anything on the next gen console like Far Cry 3, it's going to be freaking killer.
That's set in the Himalayas. Are you excited about the setting?
I'm totally excited.
Why?
And here's why.
Okay.
You can ride elephants in this game. That sold me from
That's
day
what sold
one.
you?
That's what sold me. It's the little things, man. Just like in
Elephants
Assassin's
aren't
Creed.
little things.
No, but that's a little thing you can do is ride an elephant. It's like when they did Assassin's Creed 4, the sea shanties. That was an awesome touch.
Still saying
They
goes
didn't
to
have
work.
to do that. Yeah. They didn't have to do that.
Months later.
But it's addicting.
Yeah.
And it's fun. It's stuff like that that makes me feel like they want the player to connect more with what's going on in the world. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Sure.
You know?
Real quick,
Versus
before
just-
we get away from all this, what was the worst part about Far Cry 3?
I don't want to say because I don't want to upset anybody that hasn't played
For
it.
Okay.
me, it was not being able to play with somebody else. That
Okay.
was the worst part.
I'm kind of agree with you earlier. I don't think they did a good enough job on the online with the multiplayer, but
Yeah, the multiplayer was definitely
The worst part is one of the villains.
yeah. You think?
Not being around so fun.
Yeah.
See, that's why I didn't want to bring it
I didn't
up.
wanna say
So
it.
I didn't want to bring it up.
Okay, so there you have it. Publishers, if you want to get people on board with your game, put elephants in it.
Yes.
All right, that's all the time we have for you right now. We'll see you next time.